Thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in with Enchantress Thee Babbler on our revolutionary rise. Hi, that's happening at this time. I want to kick your ass. Hold on 1 second. Thank you so much for tapping in. Let us just jump right in. For these, we're going to read from the booklet too, because I don't know. You've been here. Okay. You'll be 31 years old. You'll be 41 years old. You'll be 33 years old. You'll be 26. You'd have been born in 1962, 1983, 1981, 1941, 1991. Right? So I feel like there's a key because look, I'm seeing the whip here anyways, right? So I can look up at them, right? You can't really see. Then you have the fox. Then you have the sun. And then you have the lucky clover. Right? I feel like too, like there's been a lot of stuff like whipping you into shape, right? For those of you tapped in, turned on, tuned in, right? You are the key to everything, right? And there might be some energies that might be sly, or you know, it's just like when you're when you're destined for greatness, right? It doesn't come without a climb, right? It doesn't come without a challenge. It doesn't come, nothing worth having is comes easy, sort of thing, right? And so I feel like this whipping in shape and stuff like that, there's a clearing, right? There's a clearing. But here, right? So let's read that one first. There is a clearing. There is a clearing. There is a clearing. There is a clearing. Right? Because the Jack of Clubs, right? So also earth sign, you can be dealing with earth signs too, right? It represents tension and aggressiveness. It requires a moment of rest and release, advising to stop trying to fulfill desires and trust the path that life points out, right? And that's getting into that kind of space and place. Hold on, I'm sorry. Okay, right? So going back to this, right? So any kind of arguments, any kind of aggressiveness, any kind of communication, any kind of repeated cycles that have been repeating themselves and all this kind of stuff, right? Any kind of conflicts and things like that, it requires you to have this moment of release and stuff like that, right? But listen to the fox, right? So it could also be a life path 9, life path 2, life path 1, life path 6, life path 4, life path 8, and life path 6. I said that already, right? So the fox is the act of listening and waiting, but it does not wait with distraction, since it waits attentively, alive, present, because it knows that at any moment it will find a way out of the conflict in which it finds itself, right? So any kind of conflict that you have found yourself in, any kind of challenges that you have found yourself in, you have been the key, right, to your own emerging, your own evolution, to your own repair, right? Handling yourself with such care, right? So the key, right? The key arises when the creator finds the answer they were looking for. So it's finding the answers that you were looking for. It is the idea, insight, or light that arises from the unconsciousness and opens doors to a new way of seeing and being, right? So this is finding solutions, right, in your own fate, right? So this is also confirmation that things will go right, right? Brightens up every scenario. And then I like how, right, the continuation of these right here goes to the sun, which we know even in tarot, it's like the best, it's one of the best cards to have, right? For a happy outcome and stuff like that, or outlook in something. And then you have this clover, right? So let's go to the clover first. Olivia. Right? So the clover, 6 of diamonds. In Brazil, the clover represents the small situations that come our way, right? Sometimes these situations can delay our steps, and this can be bad, but it is only by slowing down a little that we can have greater awareness about the situation that we are experiencing, and thus take a breath to continue with another outlook on life. This card can also mean luck and good times for those who follow, right? For those who follow their own path, their own light, their own evolution, their own authentic path, right? A lucky break, right? An unexpected event, something small, something for the house, pleasant moments, and experiencing these things in small. So it's like the buildup of your good is coming, and so it's like you're waiting for the jackpot, right, or something like that. But this is small jackpots in increments. So it's like the universe is gifting you in increments, right? That which is good for you, healthy, wealthy, stealthy, wealthy, right? So this could be money, opportunities, right? This can be experiencing, harmonious relationships, intimacies, things just going your way, right? Getting a raise, getting a new opportunity, signing new contracts, foreclosing. Ooh, maybe getting property that's foreclosed, right? For a nicer price, and maybe flipping properties and things like that, and having a certain type of investment in that kind of, because I hear investments, and I don't want to talk what I don't know in that department, but right, this is like making investments, maybe like I said, like foreclosures, I don't know, but that's what I'm hearing. That's for someone, but that's for whoever that's for, to be looking into business like that and stuff like that. But right, this is new opportunities, new clients, new customers, new creative projects taking off. This is getting to being paid handsomely, right? Then we got the Sun card. Right, which is the Ace of Diamonds too, right? Which is Pentacles, I believe, right? Is Diamonds Pentacles? Yeah, right? The sun carries the consciousness, the idea, and the perfect materialization. So this is materializing that which you are working on, materializing that which you are creating, being the master manifester, being the master alchemist in your own life, right? It's when something or someone presents themselves with a lot of light. And next as the queer may be acting self fucking centered and becoming blinded by an idea that does not correspond to reality, that too, right? But this is the key word for success. Don't get blinded by that which you are creating, that you get in your own fucking way, right? Being blinded by an idea, right, that does not correspond to a certain kind of reality, but grounding yourself back down into reality, right? The energy of attraction that you're creating, your ambition, it's leading to this gain, something that ascends, something that shines. You might be shining bright, right, too. So I like that for you and stuff like that. So since we're doing those, let's see who's here. Right, it could be a life path number 1. You could be a Scorpio. You could be a Sagittarius. You could be 56 years old. You could have been born in 1965. You could be 65 years old. You could be a Cancer, Aquarius, right? You could be a life path number 1. You have a Neptune in Aquarius. You could be Scorpio, Sag, Cap, Leo. You have Leo in your chart. Remember, we're more than one sign. So You could have been born in 1999, 1966. You could be 26 years old. You could have been born in 1992, 1991. But you could have been born November 12th, November 3rd, something with November 3rd. Right? Right? Be 21 years old, 22 years old, 26 years old, 25 years old, 33 years old, 35, 36, 31, 35. I said that already, right? 1941, could be 41 years old, 41 twice, right? It could be 42, 32, 52, 51. Yeah. Yeah, I see Leo. It could have been more 1960. It could be 30 years old. Earth signs up in here, Taurus, Virgo, Cap. Your life path number 8. All right, now I'm seeing some like angel numbers or however you want to look at it like this. So 541, 145, 651, right? 112, 211, 651, 415. Love that. Today is going to be quick messages and stuff like that. It's so funny, right? Because one of my last videos that I had posted, so my grandma be really watching my videos. Hi, grandma. She's like, she calls me and she's like, Jennifer, what happened to your finger? She's cute, but so it was just funny. It's funny. You never know who's watching your stuff. So she gets excused for not like liking my videos and things like that, because she really doesn't know how. She doesn't even know how she finds my videos. My goodness, right? She doesn't even know how she finds my videos, but she's cute and she's funny. She calls me every time she opens her iPad or something and she sees me there and things like that, right? So all right, let's see what kind of messages we have for those of you tapped in, turned on, tuned in right at this moment. Right, let's see. Jessica tells me I look like a professional shuffler. And she makes me giggle, but it's cute, right? The Hierophant, right? So you might be really spiritually empowered too. You could also be married. It doesn't have to be, but you're just really in your own spiritual empowerment, right? Ready to commit to that which you are ready to commit to this path. You are committed to this path that you're on, right? So and as of late too, right? You can have Leo in your chart, you could have Taurus in your chart too. It doesn't matter, anything like that, right? So so you've been setting up boundaries. You've been setting up your own, like, you've been implementing your boundaries and standing 10 toes deep down in the position of power that you find yourself on and in at this moment in time, right? Which is a good place to be. But that's where you need to be. Sometimes it doesn't feel good, right? Sometimes it doesn't feel good to have to be so assertive, right? But how many times are you going to break your own heart, right? Especially when you don't look, you break your own heart when you don't set boundaries or for your own protection, right? With the people that need to receive that boundary from you, right? And sometimes it, you know, it doesn't feel good. Like sometimes now, like for me, for example, all the people that come to me for everything, even on social media, like it was getting, I don't want to say out of hand because I've fed the beast. And so now we're instilling boundaries and stuff like that. So I'm just only going to speak about it from my experience. You apply it where you need to in your own life, right? But like I used to answer everybody's DMs. I'll get to it eventually. And mind you, I got flooded because you got a whole bunch of shit. I like now how Instagram has separated like new accounts from things, but still I get very overwhelmed looking at my DMs, which is why I can go days and weeks without looking at my DMs because it's just too much. So whatever. So I used to respond to everybody, right? And you got to think about that. As a powerful, energetic being, your energy feels fucking good. Your energy is sought after. Your energy is admirable, right? And so it feels good to be in your energy, right? And I'll hear it too, like, especially with people that I used to respond to, oh, thank you so much for responding, like, you're so nice, you're so kind, and they might feed that part and stuff like that, and granted, but that's not why I do what I do. I don't do it for any of that kind of recognition or needing that kind of feedback or anything like that. That's not why I'm doing what I'm doing. It's nice to be appreciated though, right? But it gets to the point of like, how much are you going to deplete yourself for nothing in return? For what? Oh my God, you're so nice. Oh my God, you're like, for to toot my ego? No, thank you. Right? So in response and feeling obligated because you follow me or whatever the case may be, like, I just want to be kind. I don't want to be like everybody else. Right? That was my attitude too, right? It was like, I don't want to be me like everybody else. So I'm going to be the kind one. But kind only got me so far because people don't give a shit. Give a hand, take an arm, right? And so now on my social medias, if I respond to a person that's not a paid subscriber, that's pure luck. It is pure, like, because I felt like it, I saw it, I happened to see it, and you know what? I was like, okay, I'll respond. And so I do, but that's the only way. That's the only way. Now there's floods of messages and people can start unfollowing, people can start getting mad. Oh, who does she think she is? Oh, she don't want to respond to me, like all this kind of stuff. I'm sorry. And so I've made even in my stories, I'm like, I only respond to DMs now if you're a paid subscriber, and if I happen to reply to you and you're not a paid subscriber, then consider yourself lucky. Fuck that. Yeah, because you know why? After you speak to me, you fucking feel good. Do I feel good? No, I feel the fucking same because I'm responsible for my own goodness, right? So what contribution is it contributing me? I don't do small talk in public. I don't ever, like, I don't do, oh, how you doing? How's the bad house? I don't do any of that stuff. There's nothing more distasteful for me than just fucking small talk. I'd rather be silent. That's just who I am, and it may sound mean or bitchy or anything like that, but it's really not. It's just, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Granted, you haven't seen people in a while, you're just saying, hi, how are you? I'm not talking about that. But to DM me and be like, hey, how's it going? What's going on in life? Allah! I don't got time for this. Unless you're a serious inquiry or a subscriber. Now I have time for you, right? So now, right, people might be like, oh, like, to you to think that I need to waste my time to small talk. It's not happening. Your small talk don't pay my fucking bills, right? So I know I'm using business like this, but this too could be with family. This could be with friends, intimate partners, right? When you wake up to the value of you, and you can't keep spreading yourself so fucking thin. You got to wake up one day and you got to say, you know what? This is where I draw the line. And if you don't like it, you see this finger? You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, yeah, because look we do this, right? So you have this opportunity to continue to grow, because you got the Empress here and the Four of Cups, right? Holding on to that which you value at this time. It's not holding on tightly out of insecurity. It's not holding on tightly because of lack. It's not holding on tight. It's holding on tightly to the preservation of that which you are. To the ruling, to the Empress, whether you're male or female. This is not gender specific. We all have divine masculine energies and divine masculine and divine feminine energies existing within our being. The idea is to unify them, the yin and the yang, the polarities of everything that we are, harmonious, right? Unifying this, right? So here we are, right? Recognizing that which maybe we didn't recognize before. Because before with the Four of Cups, it was like, what am I not being grateful about? Right? Every time I think about the Four of Cups, like usually with the depiction of the regular tarot, it's usually the guy sitting underneath the tree and the universe is holding him this cup and he's over here like, I don't want that cup. Right? So it's like now knowing the value, now having the gratitude, now feeling the abundance of you, feeling the abundance of you and all that you create and all that you do, and having some motherfucking respect for yourself, right? And that comes with a price too, right? But at what cost? It comes at the cost of inner peace, inner strength, inner value, right? Because the more you set that boundary and the more, and granted it, especially when you first set it, and especially when you start implementing these things, right? You're gonna be hit back with whiplash, right? It's like, whoa. Someone might come at you sideways this way. Someone over here might test you over here. So now what I was saying about, like, even with my social media, sometimes there was, I've had people subscribe now because they didn't want to be ignored, right? On my social media, because they felt that, like, you know what I mean? And it's not that they're being ignored, it's that I have to make time for that which I can make time for, and what is cost effective for me, what is not depleting me of my energy, and what is investing more in my time, like who's investing in the type of support that I give or the energy that I give. And it's only 99 cents. So it's like, how cheap do you want it to be? It has nothing to do with the price. It's the token of respect and value for all that you do receive there. And honestly, I want to keep it at 99 cents because if there's a day or 2 or 3 that I don't fucking post, I don't give a fudge. I don't feel crazy about it. I don't feel like, oh my God, I gotta do this more. No, it's when I do. And mind you, I post a lot for them. They have hundreds plus more infinitely growing content, DIY, strategize, printables, videos, and all this kind of stuff. A lot of extra shit that's worth way more than 99 cents. But it's at the freedom of me. And everybody's aware of it. Everybody knows. And it's been going good. You know, and it grows as it will grow. I've lost subscribers. I've even taken off subscribers that were just a little too funny and weird for me in the energy, and I didn't really trust the account they were coming from anyway. So it's really not about the money, right? So it's just putting respect on that which you are creating and what you are doing, and setting the example that needs to be set for yourself, and holding true to it, holding tight to it, right? In the beginning, when I first only started acknowledging subscriber DMs and ignoring every other DM that comes my way, this is also close family and friends too, like, that's cool, you got my number, text me. If you got my number, you don't need to be sending me a DM on my Instagram. Text me or call me. That's how I feel about that. If you got my number, you don't need to be DMing me or feeling bad if I don't respond to your DM, because if you really wanted to speak to me and if you really wanted to connect with me, you have my digits, you can contact me. So that's how, in that mindset, that's how I stopped feeling bad about close family and friends who are not subscribers, right? That want to DM me and all this kind of stuff. You got my number. You can use it. Right? And so and then in the beginning, when I'm ignoring everybody else, and there was people there that I was ignoring that I did previously used to speak to, like time to time, if I saw their message and stuff like that, and I'm like, no, I have to do this, because if I don't do it now, then when? Right? And so it took, and me, because I'm so nice, I felt fucking bad. I felt really bad. But now, because this has been, I think, a year now, I don't know, since I got my subscriptions with Instagram and all this kind of stuff, it was a process. And now it's kind of law. And it's not that I don't ever speak to somebody outside of a subscription, but it's usually the ball's in my court if I start the conversation. Or I just randomly see something and I'm just like, whatever. I'm responding. Right? So also, like, people having like access to you, right? Because you make people feel good. That's the point I'm trying to make. It's not a lie. And it's not an exaggeration, and it's not me tooting my own horn. Everybody that I fucking speak to feels motherfucking good after I speak to them. Real talk. I'm not talking about if I get into an argument or I trigger somebody and all this kind. I'm not talking about that kind of shit. I'm talking about when we're casual over here, even just a regular motherfucking conversation that I have with people, they fucking feel inspired, motivated. Wow, thank you for that. I don't know what you did, but you did something. I feel like writing now. I feel like painting now. I feel like dancing now. I feel like doing this now. I feel like doing, yes. And it took a long ass time for me to accept that about myself. So now in my position of 10 toes deep down in my own powerhouse of a position, I don't care anymore if somebody calls me conceited. I don't care anymore if somebody says, oh, like, oh, you're full of yourself and all this kind of stuff. I'm telling you, there was this dude that he got a pass for me for a while because I've known him since elementary school. Right. And so mind you, I haven't seen the dude except when, because he was also, he bought because I make coquitos and stuff like that. So he had bought coquitos for me years later. But mind you, prior to the buying of the coquitos, I hadn't seen him in years. I've spoken to him over the years, right? And stuff like that. And he's one of those like pessimistic, Debbie Downers, low vibe, kind of like depression. It's depression. It's not so much that he's a bad person. It's not so much, but you know, he's a heavy fucking energy. And all the time I was like a therapist. Every time I was speaking, oh, thank you for making me feel better, all this kind of stuff, or all this kind of stuff, right? And then time passes because he's not really on social media like that, I don't think, right? So then like he finds me on social media again. Then he starts making random like comments, right? Like calling me like, not so much calling me conceited or stuff like that, but like acting like, you know how like when you act like you know somebody? So he was making comments on my elementary school self. When I was in elementary school, I was a badass. Okay. I came from, like I said, trauma, abuse, and all this kind of stuff. And so I had a short fuse. So elementary school, junior high school, all the way up until my first year of fucking high school, I got into fights almost every single day. Okay. I was suspended numerous times. And I had such a slick mouth. I was nice with everybody, I was cool with everybody, but I was a short fuse, Napoleon complex, come at me and we fighting type attitude. Like that's how it was. I had a bone, not so much a bone to pick, but because I felt bullied and because I felt picked on, I felt like I had to defend myself. And so since I had a lot of rage, I acted out. Okay, so yeah, so now, you know, flash forward, but mind you, I cleared up. I remember when I made a behavioral modification change, I was 14 years old. I was fucking 14 years old, 13, 14, because it was my first year of high school. I was always the youngest in my friend's age group, because one of the youngest, because my birthday's in December. And so while everybody was that year age older, like, so when people started high school, they were already 14 or 15 and I was still 13. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know, until that school year, and then December, I would turn the age that everybody already was. and stuff like that. So what was the whole point of that? But yeah, so I was like 13, 14, right? Because it was the first week of high school, right? The first week of high school, first week of class, first day in math class, and I got into a fight. I got suspended the first week of school, and I was like, fuck, like this is a new school. Like, this is a new school. Like, I don't want to keep doing this. And so it took that whole 9th grade of a year, mind you, my first year of 9th grade, I barely went to class and I got like 3 credits. So mind you, for me to graduate on time with my friends, my junior and senior year, because of my fuck up in my 9th grade year, my freshman year, I had to take I didn't take lunch, right? I took a class instead, right? They worked it out with me so that I can graduate on time, and I was taking independent studies to make up for the fuck up that I did the first fucking year of 9th grade for me to graduate on time. And I graduated top 10 out of my graduating class, right? With a 3.89 something fucking GPA. And I would have had the 4.0 fucking GPA. My best friend at that time was valedictorian. But because I wasn't consistent 4 years, that was my GPA. And even in college and all this kind of stuff and on roll and all this kind. Anyways, I'm not bragging. What I'm saying is that when we want to really change and do a 180, we can, right? But a lot of times when we think we're doing a 180, we're really doing a 360, right? Back into the same fucking kind of shit. So anyways, so it took that whole year. Like I'm talking about, like I ran away from home. I was on a missing poster, like a whole bunch of stuff. They sent me away to go live with my aunt and a whole bunch of stuff to try to really like help me out. And it was when I was that age, 14, right? Like, I'm gonna say 14, I'm just rounding it up. That I was like, something has to give. And I switched it up. I became studious. I put my best fucking foot forward and I kept marching. Right? And what was the whole point of that? Oh, the guy, right? So mind you, that guy that I'm talking about that I know since elementary school, he didn't know me in high school. He didn't know me in college. He didn't know me as a mother. He didn't know me as a fucking working in the fashion industry. He didn't know me as a like ambitious, hardworking single mother doing my thing, holding down the motherfucking fort. He didn't know nothing about my history. All he knew was that he was around when my mom died, and I was a badass. So then he started sending like messages that it was triggering me because I was really annoyed. Like, you don't know me, right? And he's like, oh, like, are you too good to answer me now? Like stuff like that. Like he would leave it in my comments, like publicly. Like in my public, oh, you're too good to answer, you're too good to this, you're too. And I was just like, and I took it for a while because I'm nice. And I'm like, yo, I'm not gonna rip him a new asshole. I know his condition. He's like a depressed guy, like, and all this kind of stuff. He's not really meaning it, but it's just the way he talks, like all this kind of stuff, and excusing his fucking behavior when I don't have to do any of that. But I did because I knew him. But you see what I'm saying? So the whole point of this too is sometimes we know people and we give them too much leeway to say what they want, to act how they want, and to be how they want in our energetic field. And it's like, nah. So let me tell you something. So this happened either 2022, 2023, where I was like, my mind, because my throat chakra is massively clear right now. Right? It's like there is no hair on this tongue, and here we are regulating shit and all this kind of stuff that we need to do. So he sent me a message. I'm sorry for sharing my stories, but so this was coming up, and hopefully, you know, whatever, it works for you, it helps you in some kind of way. So I don't know, I have no concept of time. Time is fluid for me. So It could be 2021. Between 2021 and 2023. Right? He sends me a message and I was gonna ignore it. And then I said, nah, fuck this shit. You know why? Because I'm tired of seeing this. Fuck this shit. I'm tired that this dude thinks that anytime he feels like it, he can come up here, command my attention by insulting me or trying to make me feel a certain type of way. Right? Like, seriously, like, oh, you famous? Oh, you too good now? Oh, what's this that's about? What is it that you talk about? You really think like questioning me and what I do, how I do, when I do, where I do. Like, excuse me, do you pay my bills? Do you F me? Do I know you? Right? So he was just triggering to me, right? So then one of the last messages that he had sent, it was just like it was a paragraph too. I don't remember specifics. Like, it's just, I just remember the annoyingness of it. Like, that I literally, like, so another thing that I've learned to practice in all my practice is the 3-day rule for whoever this is for. Especially for impulsive responses back to certain people. Right? Because you're working on your karma, your dharma, all this kind of stuff. And you don't want to keep setting yourself up with that foot in the mouth disease, right? Of saying either too much or damn, I wish I didn't say that, or damn, I wish I would have just like controlled myself a little bit more. So what I've been practicing, because I read about it when I was in high school, was a 3-day rule. Wait 3 days. And if it's still pressing, then respond. And that has proven to be wise, because usually the first day you're feeling it. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. And so what you would probably say is emotionally charged phase, and it may not be the right thing. So with him, I waited the 3 days and it was still on my mind, but not as heavy as it was the first day. And so it created the perfect response. I don't remember what I said, but it was perfect. It was not insulting. It was not harsh. It was not bad. It was not even like it was so nice. I should have saved it. Right? Because it was such a nice response. Do you know what this motherfucker did? He read it like immediately, blocked me, and I haven't heard from him since. The devil. You see that? So, right? So you're dealing too with the devil, right? These boundaries, like what boundaries need to be created in your life when it comes to a toxic situation, right? So you've been working on that, right? The boundaries that you, wow, I just can't believe that this is fucking wants to come out, like right when I'm talking about this shit, right? The things that tie us, right? So you're approaching it from your king status. This has nothing to do with gender specific. This is just you in your position of power on your throne with your cup of love in your hand, setting the boundaries that need to be set into place, creating the situations in your life that you require to be balanced, right? And you have such an emotional maturity, wisdom that you are acquiring through your own personal development and experience. And it's through careful observation of all that is going on in your spheres that you are elevating your experience by taking conscious steps and action in healthy, wealthy, stealthy ways that work for you now, right? And so a lot of people, it's going to be a lot of the wrong people that don't need to be in your fucking life anymore. That's not going to like the boundary. That's not going to like the change, the shift, the transformation, because it makes them feel a certain type of way. Oh, fucking well. That's not a you problem. That's a them problem, right? So anything that has happened where it has broken your heart, right? What painful aspects of your life do you need to confront, right? So that's what you've been doing, especially in regards to the love that you receive from other fucking people. It doesn't have to be an intimate partnership, but it's the closest relationships that you have to you. This is family too, right? This is like being there for friends and family and people in ways that they don't even show up for you as. And it's not that that's why you're doing it. You do it out of pure, like, it's in my heart. I love you. I care about you. I want what's best for you, truly, without any shade. But the development of that with you and your genuineness and your authentic character hasn't proven the same type of reciprocity from other people. And so now these boundaries, these toxic situations, you are taking your cup of love in all its power, in all its emotional maturity, and you're bringing about the balance that needs to be set in your world. And that's a powerful place to be, because now here you are, the emperor, right? With your 3 of Pentacles, right? Working, collaborating with people that cooperate with you, meeting new business associates, and it doesn't even have to be business too, but it's just even meeting new like-minded people, or just having your own circle that you can trust, right? So, and it's who in your life is asking you to be open to cooperation, right? And it's opening that up for yourself too, right? Because in this, right, in this situation, where can you find wisdom and stability, which you're finding in all that you do, right? And all the pain that I have received, and all the trauma that I've dealt with, and all the betrayal and all the deception and all this kind of stuff, I've learned to not put myself in those positions anymore. And sometimes it's going to take me to be that fool, right? To be the fool that takes that leap, right? Because what does the fool do, right? The fool puts itself in positions that is uncomfortable, right? A leap of faith into the unknown from these deceptive energies, right? So no more with these deceptive energies that create some type of power struggle, right? Is dealing, right? You've been dealing, because this was right under the 3 of Pentacles, right? The 5 of Swords, right? You've been dealing with underhanded, shady, competitive type people that don't want what's best for you. Wants they you make them feel a certain type of way, and so they compete, right? Look at 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands, like, look at that. They be up against. So for those of you who tapped and turned on, tuned in, you deal with a lot of spiritual warfare, a lot of energetic warfare, a lot of competition, a lot of people jealous of you, envious of you, and you're like, oh my God, why? Who's gonna be jealous of you? Who's gonna be envious? Huh? Huh? You'd be surprised what will make someone envious. It could be your own fucking smile. It could be the color of your eyes. It could be that you got a badonkadonk. It could be that you got a nice body. It could be that you have a happy family home life. It could be that you have a great fucking career. It could be that you have a pretty dog, a pretty cat, fucking nice hair. It doesn't fucking matter. It's your energy. And people that are not in their position of power and in their position of passion, ambition, and stuff like that, because you're passionate. If you're here, you're tapped in, turned on, tuned in, you're passionate about whatever it is that you be passionate about, whenever you're passionate about whatever you're passionate about. That's inspiring. That's inspiring. So imagine putting yourself in a room of people just like you. That's what you're drawing into you, right? This depth, this transformation. Something has to die in order for something new to begin, right? So this whole major transformation, which situation in your life is transforming and changing to bring about something new? And what are you passionate and motivated about in your life that's helping you get to this King of Pentacles, this 10 of Pentacles, this position of power that you are in, right? Financial stability, right? Achieving your most greatest of accomplishments, right? Whether you want a family or not and stuff like that, but it's whatever that looks like for you, right? Whatever that looks like for you, whatever that 10 of Pentacles looks like for you, because you got the 10 of Pentacles here, right? Underneath the 7 of Swords, but it's the 3 of Wands. So it's like you're still waiting for this happy life and position to occur, right? While dealing with all this type of snake-like behavior, right, in your life that you need to protect and cherish, right? Because it says, what situation in your life do you need to protect and cherish, right? So one big quote and stuff like that I live by is, people can't ruin what they don't know. Sometimes, you know, like you want to share things and things like that, but like, at what cost do you pay? How many times have you shared something with someone like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and then all of a sudden later that day you realize you didn't do it because some shit went down, like you didn't get to do it and all this kind of stuff because you shared it with one too many people, right? You never, like, it's like, you know, like and I still make this mistake. I sometimes prematurely share things, even with the people, like, you know, and it's just like, damn, fuck, ugh, Spirit's always checking me on that. Why did you say that? Just keep it to yourself. So I'm getting better at it too. That's a work in itself. That's a work in progress, because we want to share things. I want to share things. I want to be able to share something that's happy and good without having to feel like an eye roll. Ugh, like like somebody can't be happy for me because they're not happy for themselves. That sucks. That really sucks. And so this is what you're waiting on, these ships to come in. What new phase of your life are you ready to pursue, right? And then we have this King of Pentacles here, but what situation in your life is bringing you emotional fulfillment? So you're working on your emotion. Look at 10 of Cups style. So you got the 10 of Pentacles, 10, 10, right? 10 of Pentacles and 9s too, right? So we're completing cycles here, right? So it's 10, 10, right? 10 of Cups. What situation in your life is bringing forth completion and total happiness? Right? So happy home life, happy business, career, happy. Look at this is healthy, wealthy, stealthy. The building of this, the truth, fucking truth. This is truth, right? Are you prepared to receive the truth regarding an important matter, right? In regards to any kind of this, because these 5s, right? So I saw 555, right? So it's all these 5s of this conflict, right? But you got wish fulfillment here because the stars here in the world. Many of you put yourself out there in the world, right? Or you want to put yourself out there. The only regret you could have in life is something that you didn't do. Even if you do it and you fail, at least you tried, at least you did it. And in that failure, trust me, you're going to learn a new path. Unless you stay stuck on the failure. Right? So it's like, okay, now I know how to do this better now. Now I'm working on this. Oh my gosh, this is better, right? So working on your deservingness, right? Seeing things with clarity, right? Speaking it and knowing your truth, especially when you hear it or when you speak it, right? Or when you feel it, right? Deriving pleasure from your own life, right? Feeling safe in that what you're doing, trusting the wisdom of your own body to move you in the path, in the direction that you sense, that you feel, that you're connected with, right? So yeah, I love that. All right, so I love that. Sorry. Right. These are big on my finger and, like, you know, whatever the case may be, but these are affirmations that are here to help us further align in divine alchemy and wisdom on our journey, right? What affirmations do we have for those tapped in or non-tuned in? Thank you so much for tapping and turning on, tuning in with me. You can also follow me on Instagram at Enchantress, ENCHANTRESS. That's me, the one and only. You can also find me on TikTok, Alchemistic Poetess. You can subscribe to my channel here. Thank you so much for helping me grow my channel, support my channel, like this video so that you can help support the algorithm so other people can find my channel too. Thank you so much. You could also go to witchyutopian.com for unique, one-of-a-kind, handcrafted goods, products, and unique one-of-a-kind services, right? But I'm booked out for May into mid-June, so the next available, I think you can book for me for services is mid-June, if I'm not mistaken. But whatever. All right, I'll take it. I accept love and I release pain. Prickly. Like slipping and scraping your knee, splintering your hand on a tree, facing your trauma within, or parting ways with your boo. Sometimes the irritation and despair you feel only means healing is on the way. When you fully feel and welcome your pain rather than suppress it, you give it permission to cycle and release better, stronger, happier, sexier, right? Did you check out my other videos, the ones that I keep talking about, you bringing sexy back? So it's like tapping into your inner sensuality. This is the awesome time to be tapping and turning on, tuning into this side of your own sensuality, bringing it forth to the surface, because it's a great divine energy to be a part of. My creative babies protect the galaxy from fear, right? So some situations in life can summon immense amounts of fear. Fear can be a scary bitch, even more terrifying than the ass of a dead rhino. Fortunately, from fear's perspective, you are also the scariest mofo in the galaxy. Why? Because you have the power to create new life through voice, writing, visual experience, visual expression, right? Physical babies, and pure energetic inspiration. Your creations will reap positive influence and help demolish fear long after your body pieces out. Whenever you feel scared, start grooving and shake out some creative babies. The fear gremlins will run for their lives. Long live the creative. I love that. Rage and create. Rage and create. Rage and create, right? That's what I do. I do now whenever and it's not so much that I'm triggered, because I'm working on that, right? When you're working on that, but I'm a creative, I'm an artist, I'm an entertainer in that kind of way. I've always been an entertainer. Like, this is not anything, we just have social media now to put us up on the platform to be seen and all this kind of stuff. But your personality is your personality. The way that you are is the way that you are. Ever since I was young, I've been theatrical. I've done so much acting, I've done so much training in different kind of avenues and arenas and all this kind of stuff, because my natural go-to is expression. I'm a writer, I'm a dancer, I'm an artist, right? Of all kinds. And the artist, that's what I love about artists, is that if you're one thing, you're more than one thing. So, you know, some people may think, oh, they're just a singer. No, a singer has a lot more other motherfucking talents than just being able to sing. You get what I'm saying? Oh, that's just a pianist. Oh, a pianist is much more talent than just being a pianist. This is why you'll see many like celebrities or actors and stuff like that. You'll see somebody that's on a TV show and then be amazed that they know how to fucking dance. Or you'll see someone that plays in a band, and then all of a sudden you see them in a movie and you're like, oh my God, you know how to act. Or, you know, things like that. Or, oh my gosh, you paint. Oh my gosh, you write books too. Like, you know what I mean? So there's so many different, you're more than one thing. So tapping into that creative force that lives within you, right? So what I was saying about right, because it said rage and create. So now whenever I feel or I experience any kind of turbulence from, like, let's say outside external influences that want to try to come in and infiltrate, I do them better. You inspire me to create funny fucking content, and I know the funny content rubs you the wrong way, and it's not that that's why I'm doing it. You created the atmosphere for that funny content to be created and be triggered to you. It's a trigger to you because you fuck around and you find out, right? So my humor is my medicine. And I've always been very humorous, clown-like, and all this kind of stuff, silly willy, like, that be me. I'm very, very silly. But if my giggle doesn't reveal that enough to you, then I don't know what else will. Like, right? I lead the best fucking life ever. Right? I lead the best fucking life ever. While you should always live your best life, what happens if you lead others to discover their best lives too? Your energies and positive momentum combine into abundance tornadoes, ripping through and destroying Depression Avenue, Resistance City, and the almighty united procrastinations. Doing what you love births the divine through you, and helping others discover what they love births divinity through the galaxy. Generosity always shakes the tree of prosperity. You were born to lead the way. Rage and create. I love it. Okay, one more of these because we gotta start going. Maybe I'll do an ABC oracle. May the sacredness of my work bring healing, light, and renewal to all. I love that. When you hopscotch around your creative playground, I got goosebumps everywhere. Like, I don't know if you can see my arm hairs. Then my arm hairs, my papilla. Wait, I'm saying it wrong. Never mind. No, papilla. Nothing about it. It just choked on my spit. Oh no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying papilla and a nipple like protuberance on a part or organ of the body, right? But that's not what I'm saying. Yeah, I am. Okay, so no, it is papilla. The root papilla. Right, but anyways, I know what I was saying. I sometimes, whatever. Anyways, trust yourself more. Trust yourself more, right? When you have scotch around your creative playground, invite your heart to feel it and your gut to lead. If you truly love and believe in your work, projects, and dreams, there is no excuse to be doing anything else. Even when you flounder and feel overwhelmed, keep your eyes upon the sky. You'll soon rise like the phoenix on a turbo boost and slam dunk your bitch ass troubles into the sun. Rage and create, right? Right? I am only available for kick-ass things that make me feel serene. Right? So reserve your time and energy for projects, people, and experiences that excite, support, and fuel your growth. Make yourself unavailable for anything that makes you feel like cool. All right, stop. Rather than folding into the conformity majority, be a little more selfish and demand the unique life you truly deserve. Be relentless in your truth. Stop caring about what everyone else wants you to care about. Ignore toxic people who aren't in line with your vision. Be friends, study, and help people who are. Create habits and environments that help strengthen your mind and allow you to thrive. From now on, you are only available for kick-ass things that make you feel serene. Capiche? 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 But you see what I mean? This is totally in alignment with that which we were talking about. I am deeply loved and I deeply love me. I am deeply loved and I deeply love me. I love that. You are deeply loved from all angles and all perception. By all the angles. I can't. Sometimes, oh my goodness. So maybe many of you have different types of personalities and that come out and stuff like that. So for channeling stuff, right? You may be an open channel. And so many of the different energies and vibrations that speak through you, right? They have different voices. So I know that I could appear to be silly, but am I really? You know what I mean? Yeah. Right? So you are deeply loved from all angles and all perception, by all the angels and all protection. You are deeply loved from under the crust to over the stars, by energy near and energy far. You are deeply loved like the compass loves direction, like the snowman loves snow, like Cupid loves affection, like the moon loves to glow. You are deeply loved and there's nowhere to go and nothing to do except deeply love the love within you. Rage and create. I love that. I am willing to let my life explode with greatness.
You have unlimited potential to attract all the goodies you've ever dreamed of into your life. The opportunity is so big, it's scary. Our powers are beyond our comprehension, so we create securities, blocks, and obstacles to give us a greater sense of control. Every limitation you experience is there because you allow it to exist. There is comfort in not pushing yourself to be all you can. Everything you've ever wanted also wants you. Will you allow a meeting of the magic? As our friend Sarah Seidelman always asks, how good are you willing to let it get? How good are you willing to let it get? I'm gonna leave that one out. I drink libations of high vibrations. When shit gets crazy, stay away from toxic distractions that might drown out your high vibration. You have magic doing cartwheels inside your gut, waiting on your permission to come out and play. Release any doubt attempting to sabotage your creativity. Kick your resistance, gremlins in the teeth. Most of your worries will never happen, so do not give them power over you. Taking one small step will help propel you through anything life sends your way, even when the cookie monster steals your cookies. If you only drink libations of high vibrations, you'll never end up face down, pants down in the bushes. Okay. I creatively create my creations. I am brilliant, worthy, and oozing with star power. When I was talking about, you are the star. While thinking is generally healthy, too much thinking opens doors for resistance, gremlins to come party in your brain, unleashing swarms of insecurity, imposter syndrome, self-doubt, and excessive justification. Overthinking leads to obstinate procrastination and obstruction of your magic and creativity. Remember, you are composed of the same elements in infinite space, glimmering stars, snow-capped volcanoes, and seraphic waterfalls. You have a gift that only Source has the power to create. The time you waste trying to justify your creations is time you should be creating your creation. Stop fucking around. I like that. I like that. All right, we'll do a quick ABC oracles. I'm already here longer than I anticipated, but whatever. I love you guys. Okay. ABC oracles. Your name can start with an S. You can have initials SU, Susie, Soon. M. Your name can start with an M. MW, MJ, PM, MP, YB. These could be initials too. DE, Day, C, BAT, spirit animal, bat. Could be also, you could play sports, maybe softball, baseball, something like that. Somebody could be going to the Bay. You know what song I just hear in my mind right now? I know it sounds weird, but whatever. It's 50 Cent. Many men, many men. I wish that don't, Lord, I don't cry no more. Don't hunt the sky no more. Have mercy on me. So the reason why I'm hearing that is that for those of you tapped in, turned on, tuned in, I feel like you have like this reading too, like for those that is going to be for, right? Cobalt. I see the color cobalt. My stomach is growling. Someone could be going to the DMV for something. Somebody could be getting a Jeep. A new gem, new crystals and stuff like that. But the many men, right? For those of you tapped in, turned on, tuned in, I feel like you deal with a lot of adversity, a lot of evil eye. Like seriously, if you're tapped in, turned on, tuned in with me, you deal with that shit, right? There's a 50-50 crowd and stuff like that. Some of the people that come up in here are hating, right? They come for different fucking reasons. Welcome, because the seed has already been planted. Right? So, right, some of you could be a mom. Anyway, somebody's getting money, right? Money. DMV, I said, right? Your name could be Jen, right? Jen. Could be Jewish. Italian. Okay. I see Latin too, right? TR, AU, AB, Abe too could be a name. Carmen, maybe my grandma. As Thursday, there is the A. Where's the R? There R. I'm serious. I may see it all scattered, the daddles, but I see it. Your name could be Carmen, Carol, May, something in May too. We are in May, I think. Ben, Benjamin, it's all about the Benjamins, baby. Right? Somebody could be listening to SWV, that's old school beats, right? Somebody could be acting like a brat. Somebody likes Care Bears. Maybe you're buying something Care Bear, like those are my 80s babies. I love my Care Bears. I got Care Bear stuff too. Maybe I'll share a picture of one of my Care Bear stuffed animals. I don't know, but that's what I was thinking. Somebody could be cooking yams. Nutella. I don't know why I'm saying food shit here. Barbecue. Somebody could be going to a barbecue. Michigan. Italy. Bronx. New Jersey. These are places you can live, be, visiting, whatever the case may be. Somebody could be working on their PhD. Good. That's wonderful. Good luck. You made it that far already. You already made it. So look at that. You already made it. So this is PhD. Awesome. Somebody here could be from the Caribbean. Hawaii. Somebody could be going to Hawaii, lives in Hawaii, planning a trip to Hawaii. Somebody could like the Mets or play or know somebody. I don't know. Anyway. Somebody be going to the bar hopping, clubbing, I guess. I haven't done that in years. Literally. I didn't think that I never did those things before. I've done those things, but I don't even know what. That's crazy. Yeah. Your name could be Maria, Mari, Mario, Tina, Tanya, Sumi, Maribel, Marisol, Carrie, Ted, Mika, Mesa, Mayor, somebody could be finishing up a summary of something. Somebody here could be a writer, a blogger. I'm sorry. Somebody here could drive a van. Someone here woke up with a zit on their face. Just so what I heard. Not wishing any zits on anybody's face, but it's natural. We all get pimples. Canada, somebody could be here from Canada. Or going to Canada. I don't know, you know. United, UN. UK. Utah. LA. Maybe we give California, New Mexico, Mexico, Texas, somebody could be like, because I'm reading, like I started like manslaughter, and I'm like, what the fuck? But like maybe you're into true crime. Somebody here is into true crime, or maybe studying true crime stuff, like, or being a detective of some sort, or something like that. Investigating, because that's what I see now. Somebody could be investigating. Either you are the investigator or somebody's investigating you. Somebody could be dyeing their hair. What? You need me? Somebody else could be a content creator. You could do hair. Could be drinking tea. Kenya. Maryland. I see Germany, but I don't see a G, but I hear it. So Germany. Somebody could be from Germany or born to Germany. Somebody's family can be from, they could be German. Somebody could be creating menus for something. It could be like you could create programs, right? Menus, programs, like a programmer. Or studying that kind of stuff. Some of you could be in SUNY. And it could be Sonia. CUNY College. Maybe going for your master's. Somebody could be driving a Benz. Tesla. Honda. Civic. Now I'm seeing cars. Somebody could be going to Puerto Rico. You could be in Puerto Rico. Chicago. Somebody could be taking a road trip, planning a road trip. Be careful with your stuff, like, because I'm seeing like burglarized or something like that, but like just be careful with your things. Don't leave them anywhere random, you know what I mean? A buoy, I don't know what that is, but buoy, something. Somebody could be adding mint to their, like, actual mint to their teas, because I'm missing teas and all this kind of stuff. Mint tea or something. Minty. Minty. That's funny. Somebody here could be from MTV, work on MTV, could be on TV. Somebody could be having a birthday coming up, a party, a memorial. Somebody could be dealing with like spell work, hex, and all this kind of stuff from people that believe themselves to be like powerful or something and stuff like that. Windsor, I'm seeing. I don't know what that is. But Somebody here could be dealing with wusses. People that are punks, right? They'll talk all that shit behind your back, but won't say shit to your motherfucking face. That's what I call a punk, right? You talk all that crap behind somebody's back, but when it's confronted, like, let's talk about it. Man, weasel, dealing with weasels. Police officer, EMT, mate. All right. Hold on. We'll finish this with spirit animal. We'll do spirit animals. Pick a card, and then we'll still pull some. All right, but I want you to pick one for right now. All right. Don't look at it. One. I'll mix it up. All right. 1, 2, 3. Just for this purpose right here. 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. What do you choose? I'm gonna go with this one. If you chose this one, peacock, self-love. Right? So you will find great power in focusing on the positive aspects of yourself, that which make you indefinably unique and beautiful. There are deep wells of untapped inner power and letting go of negative self-talk. I love that for you. If you chose this one, what are you doing, crazy cat? Scorpion, new beginning. Okay, you are invited to instigate change, but you're also being warned that this transformation may be radical. Get rid of everything in your current life that can prevent you from improving. Based on this principle, destroy before rebuilding. You are promised a beneficial rebirth. What? I got goosebumps. All right, Panther. Right, it's all about guidance. It is time to release your passions, live your dreams, and begin a new chapter in your life. You are encouraged to expand your awareness, eliminate fears. Oh my God, do you see that? Like, oh no, you see that? You are encouraged to expand your awareness, eliminate fears, and become a whole new person. You are guided and protected, period. Right? Let's see what other animals' messages come out for those tapped in, turned on, tuned in. Before we go, right? It's all about setting our boundaries and what we need to do to, right? Sheep, innocent. Here we go. Right? So you are encouraged to reconnect with your inner child in order to become more spontaneous and playful and consider what life has to offer with greater sense of wonder. Take some time this week to get in touch with the innocence and vulnerability in you. Blue Jay, intuition. You are encouraged to follow your feelings and intuition. This is a reminder that your personal power is in your own hands and that you are free to take flight at any time if you find yourself in a situation that doesn't suit you anymore. Right? Okay. Horse, freedom. You must break out of any limitations that are holding you back, whether you are self-imposed or put on you by other people or society. Break free. Run faster towards your dream, right? Hummingbird, lightness. It is time for you to pursue your dreams with determination. By doing this, you will make them a reality. Joy is just around the corner, but you have to believe that it is possible to manifest your vision. Stop waiting and doubting, right? Turtle, calmly. Got me at this. The turtle wisdom teaches us about walking our path in peace and sticking to it with determination and serenity. You may be encouraged to take a break from your busy life and look around or within you for more grounded, long-lasting solutions. Scorpion, new beginnings again, right? You are invited to instigate change, but you're also being warned that this transformation may be radical. Get rid of everything in your current life that can prevent you from improving. Based on this principle, destroy, rebuilding. You are promised a beneficial rebirth, right? Cat, independence. You're being encouraged to develop a balance between independence and a time of togetherness. This also indicates that you would greatly benefit from a profound journey of self-discovery. Learn to enjoy time spent with yourself. I love that. I enjoy my time with myself. Like, I'm never bored. I've never understood boredom. And it's funny too, because I go back into my memory of when I was a kid, and I used to, my family was really strict with me. This is what caused a lot of me to rebel and things like that too. But I wasn't I wasn't even allowed to pass my gate, right? Like outside, like literally, like it was a problem and all this kind of stuff. So I felt trapped. So I remember I used to complain, I'm so bored. I'm so bored. It's boring here. But in me saying all those kind of things, I would giggle to myself because I didn't really mean it, because I truly don't know what boredom is. How can you be bored when there's so much to do, so much to see? Hold on. I'm gonna finish up anyways. All right, so I'm back. All right, Panda, look at setting boundaries, right? Your space is sacred. Guests who overstay their welcome impact your aura. And you have every right to stand your ground. Your needs are important. You must nurture your soul with the same gentle love and support to others. We spoke about our aura the other day in one of the videos. Watch all my videos, even if it's in parts, so that you can eat them on a whole, right? But we were talking about how your auric field is the 8th chakra, right? Which is right above, right? It's located above the head, right? So that's your 8th chakra. So that works with your brow and crown chakra to connect you to your most highest of selves, right? So consider it like the intersection between the aura of the body and the energy of the soul, right? Which governs intuitive knowledge, right? So when you have energies around your auric field that are impacting your auric field in some kind of way, right? You have every right to stand your ground, because this is your sphere, this is your field, right? This is what we were talking about this whole entire motherfucking video, right? You must nurture your soul with the same gentle love and support you offer to others. And if they're not giving it to you, then by all means, you can take back your power by setting that boundary that needs to be set in place, right? Because here we got Ladybug, Lady Luck, right? Your goals are about to manifest in remarkable ways. Dreams are coming to fruition. Stop and enjoy this moment. It is important to let things flow at their natural pace. Rest assured that in due course of time, your wishes are coming true, right? So Deer reminds us to be more gentle with ourselves, right? The grace, sensitivity, and gentleness of the spirit animal echo the qualities brought forth when living from the heart, right? So it's living from your heart space. Okay, let's see, maybe 2 more. Rabbit, cleverness. I saw a little bunny the other night. If you have been going through difficult times, it is time to think outside the box to find the solution. This is also a reminder to avoid neglecting your creative side. If you have let creative projects lapse, it may be time to pick them back up again. Okay, so like what I'm hearing here too, like for some of you, I think you're even hard on yourself in regards to your creativity. You know? She had me pause to tell me not to drink the water she put in the fridge because it has fruit in it. Why would I drink water that has fruit in it if I didn't do it myself? Anyways, if you have been going, right, so what I'm hearing too, so about the creativity, I don't know who this is for, but this is going to be for whoever it's for. I feel like you're hard on yourself in regards to creativity because you're looking at creativity in a specific kind of way. So it's like, I don't know how to draw. I don't know how to paint. I don't play an instrument. I don't have no like fashion sense. I don't make things. So right. So you're looking at creativity in that kind of way. I love working with people like this that think this way, because the best part in our sessions is discovering the awesomeness of creativity that lives within you that's different, right? We all have creativity. We just may not look at it in a creative way. It's like if you ask like me, when I write and I'm creative in my writing and all this kind of stuff, I don't consider that being creative. It's just, it's natural, right? So you have to learn to find your natural abilities and see the creativity in that, right? So you might not necessarily be a creative that paints a mural or things like that, but you might be a creative in technology. You might be a creative in the way you organize. You might be a creative in the way that you clean. You might be a creative in the way that you pray. You might be a creative, look, my goose, I don't know what's up with these goosebumps today. But you might be a creative in another way that you're not giving yourself enough credit for, right? You're looking at creativity like this artistry, and so you might be comparing and contrasting creativity to other art forms that you consider to be art and creative, instead of, and that takes away from your beauty, your talent, your skills, your amazingness. So you might feel like, I'm blocked in creativity. Meanwhile, you're just blocked in the perception of your own creativity. So I hope that's helpful to whomever that is for. Right? For growth, Jaguar, rabbit, right? Maturity is the ability to embrace change, and change cannot happen without death. This death does not necessarily mean physical death, but could be the ending of a relationship, a situation, or simply your decision to not continue with the same old habits. Right? Letting go. This message has to do with those things to which you cling, be it a thought form, habit, creed, or situation. The time has come to let go. Something is halting your progress and you are spinning your wheels. Once you embrace change, bless-ups will follow. Right? Self-love, right? You will find great power in focusing on the positive aspects of yourself, that which makes you indefinably unique and beautiful. There are deep wells of untapped inner power and letting go of negative self-talk. If you ever wanted to book a session with I in regards to even just like tapping into your own creativity, cleansing your auric field, having, even if it's like, I don't just do readings, I do a hell of a lot, way more than that. And so but yeah, so if you ever needed to cleanse your auric field, if you ever needed help tapping into your creativity unblockers and things like that, those are other reasons why you should connect with me more. I do a lot of free stuff. I do a lot of, like I said, the subscription for Enchantress on Instagram is only 99 cents. If that's one way you want to try to tap and turn on, tune in and see how that helps you. If you wanted to invest a little bit more, and go to witchyutopian.com and schedule our time together so that we can dive in more to your specifics, because every session I have is catered uniquely to the beautiful individual that you are. It's never the same thing for everybody. I don't do that. We're all different. So everybody gets something different, right? So I do a lot of coaching. I do a lot of guided meditations and things like that, stretch, yoga, things like that, breath work. I do a lot of breath work. So these are other reasons why, if you wanted to connect with me more, these are the things that I do. That is my specialty. Body work and all things in this type of esoteric field of evolution and elevation, right? Right. So tapping into stuff like that, right? And forgiveness and letting go. But there we go. So that's what I have for you. Thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in. Till next time.